Okay, and we are back. Welcome back, everybody, to another recording of This Is Cracking.
Something's cracking.
I know my bones is cracking. My God, age is no joke, man.
Right. Speaking of age, huh? Someone had a birthday not too long ago, last 24 hours.
I know, right? Mindy,
Yeah. Oh.
Mindy is not with us today. She will
Rest
be joining
her
us.
soul.
She'll be joining us in the afterlife. She'll be joining us next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
Fingers
cross
crossed.
your fingers. Yeah.
But she is going to miss the birthday boy. He is a girl. He is all years old.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're not giving it away. So
29 forever.
Right? It's 30 for the fifth time. That's, as part of a little token, since I don't know if you guys caught the episode back in October.
The very first episode.
Right?
Yeah.
He got me a little something, so it's only good for me to return the favor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a tequila drinker. This man is something bourbon, whiskey, and some other shit. But we got him, this guy right here. Hold on. A little icy
goodness.
up in here.
Oh, my goodness.
It's
frosty.
it is Saints Alley, carefully curated, meticulously matured, special edition.
It's a long-ass title.
One of 2,400 bottles. Ooh. So, yeah. So, bourbon whiskey finished in white port and cognac cask. Don't know what that is, but hey.
See, I don't like that you try to one-up me from my bottle that I got you.
Which is that one up there?
Yeah, Seis Puertas. Right?
Huh?
Seis Puertas, the name of it.
Yeah, 6 doors.
Yeah,
there you go.
But yeah, I don't like that you try to one up me because, like, I got you the bottle. Yes, it was from behind the glass, but you know, I'm pretty sure there was more than 2,400 of it. Well, yeah, man. God, this does look good. You can see how hot my hands were.
Yeah, right.
It's just melting this shit. But oh my God. This looks great.
Yeah.
Let's open it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Tap, mint. Never mind.
Gosh, missing out on everything. Everything. That hit my teeth so hard.
Now, if you viewers out there, you want us to try something, feel free to send it our way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we'll throw it on here.
God,
we'll get you guys a shout out.
Now I have to set up a...
Or send something in the comments. Give us the name.
Give us a name.
We'll go look for it. Yeah.
Give us the name.
Hopefully we don't have enough trouble opening like
my hands are slippery. I just melted a whole bottle of whiskey. Test. He's not a whiskey drinker, guys. So where's the first shot going? Tall?
I guess tall. Why not?
Pours like molasses.
Feels like the pancake syrup. You just ate this.
You can take that one.
All right. So this was a recommendation by one of the dudes that works there. So we'll see how this plays out. Dude who works there, if this ain't good, I know where you work.
I'll find you. Where is she?
We should have brought a spoon.
Should have.
Maybe.
We're gonna set this in front of Batman. Batman, watch that bottle for us, okay?
Guard this with your life.
Where's she? All right. So yeah, first taste. Here we go.
All right.
And with this, we're gonna roll into the intro.
Might as well.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, Newman.
Yep.
All right.
Cheers. Happy birthday to me.
Send
brother.
well wishes, everybody. First thoughts.
Had a little spice to it. Had a little, a lot of spice to it. I like that one.
Okay. Not as harsh as I thought it was going to be.
It's smooth as fuck.
That's what the guy said, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
so
good.
We don't have to go find them?
No, good choice, dude.
Right.
Cool. Tall black dude. It would have been a shame, but you know what I'm saying?
Was he Tall black. So I was gonna have to fight him.
Well, I'm sure wasn't. So. Yeah, he kind of crept up on me. I went over there. Like,
oh God!
Yeah, as soon as I got in there, I went up to the bourbon whiskey aisle. He was already standing there. I kind of like wiggled my way past him because I didn't want to attract attention. Hey, you need something? I was like, no, not right now. I'm just looking. What are you looking for? I was like,
I said I don't need
right?
your help.
And then, so finally, I was like, all right, I got a friend's birthday. He's bourbon, whiskey, whatever. What? Any suggestions? He's like, oh, I like whiskey myself. I was like, all right, okay. What do you suggest? I went on the other side, and he's like, come here. And I walked around a little bit, maze, whatnot, and we got back to the same spot I was standing. I was like, what the hell? What was the whole point of this? And so he's like, yeah, this one right here. They had there was more than one of these, right? There's this flavor. There was some more over there, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, which one would you prefer? He's like, the one at the very end. I was like, the one behind where you can't see it. He's like, yeah. Because you know how at Total Wine & More, it's like the thing right behind the pillar. He's like, yeah, that was probably the best one. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, that's the one. I
don't trust it.
Yeah, right. So I was like, all right, well, it was the most expensive one out of the bunch. So I was like, I can't. So I was like, all right, let's just do it. So. Good choice there, sir. Someone's an alcoholic.
We're not gonna call him out for that. We can't really talk shit. Every Tuesday we do shots. Hell, damn near every night we drink.
That's right.
So we can't really
till I don't know how long. Yeah, last night says. Bear with us.
Fun nights.
But yeah,
I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for the bottle. Appreciate you've been a rock star this whole birthday thing.
There you go.
Spent the day kind of shopping, treating myself. He hit me up halfway through the day like, yo, you want to do something? About to get off work. Bet. Next thing I know, we picked up the homie. Another homie showed up. We hit up Buffalo Wild Wings. We got to stare at the bartender. She was nice.
I forgot to tell you. So, since the Super Bowl went into overtime, I was going to tell you this, but we didn't talk about it till 2-3 weeks later. But yesterday was actually, since the Super Bowl went into overtime, between the hours of 2 and 5, Buffalo Wild Wings was giving out 6 pieces of wings for free.
So, damn, we missed it.
Yeah. Fuck. I was going to tell you because I was like, hey, why don't he just go? Right?
I could have went.
Yeah, that's why I forgot until we got to Buffalo after we left and we went to the other spot. I was like, totally forgot about that.
Shit.
But yeah, we could have had free wings
next time.
If it goes into overtime, it has to go into overtime again. But yeah, no, we had a good night. Met some friendly people at the bar.
Yeah. We hit up Top Gun and it was
local watering hole, as they call
it. Yeah, watering hole. With planes and a runway. Yeah. It's kind of up. It's kind of uppity if you're a pilot.
Get you $120, get you a burger and a flight. Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for that damn flight at some point. Yeah. Met some cool people. Drank a little bit. Started feeling queasy. Kids. We had scotch.
I'm still not feeling right from that. No. It messed up all this up here. Mm-hmm. At least I don't know. I believe it's scotch because I never had it before. I was feeling fine. It was, and I was like, woke up this morning
yeah, no, it definitely wasn't good.
I don't know what was worse, the wheatgrass shot or the scotch.
I'd rather the wheatgrass shot. It doesn't as much as bad as it is. The taste is basically gone soon after. Yeah. As opposed to the damn scotch.
But mind you, with the scotch, we didn't take it straight. We mixed it up with the whole. He put a jalapeno in his.
Okay. Yeah, so, I was about to call somebody up with some bullshit. Then you mentioned the jalapeno.
I don't know what he was feeling, but it was probably the jalapeno.
It was missing something. It was missing something. And I couldn't figure out what it is. I got a drink before that had spicy and everything, and it had a couple slices of jalapeno. And I was like, let me throw it in there and see what's up. It helped it, but it didn't save it. But yeah, you've been an absolute fucking rock star this birthday. Appreciate you.
I felt bad because we didn't do anything on my birthday, so I was like, all right, I got to make it up because I felt like everybody wanted to do something, and I was just like, what do we do? Oh, you weren't there the night before either, so
where was I?
You didn't want to come.
Where was I?
You were here, home. You already dropped Caleb off, so you can't use him as an excuse. Remember, it was the night game. We were watching the Niners game at the bar at the Ram. I called you. You were like, hey, I was like, you should come through. We're about to go. I remember that day I woke up and you're like, I was wearing the jersey. I was like, hey, we about to go to I didn't tell you it was my birthday, so it's kind of my. I don't do that.
I started feeling like shit, bro. I was like, ain't no way I knew it was his birthday, and I was just like, fuck you.
No, went to the game. Remember, that's when they played the Cowboys in the night game, throttled them. Then we went to Top Gun, but you said no.
Yeah,
and then it wasn't until like the next day. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
If I would have known,
it makes more sense now. I was like, ain't no way I'd do that to him.
But he did come home the next day. That's when he came home with the bottle, and I think he came home with some cigars.
Yeah,
there you go.
You didn't see it. You didn't. I was surprised.
I was looking for. I was like, I don't know. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, I'll just get the red stripe. Let's get
equal equivalent exchange, man. Shit. Okay. But with all that said and done, thank you, Mindy. We miss you. You should have been here to celebrate with us,
right?
And let's roll on to the intro. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so on some fuck shit I found this week. Yeah, mother of a 5-year-old has been arrested. Reason she got arrested? She posted a photo of her 5-year-old waxing a fully naked woman. Well, not fully naked, but exposed. The entire bottom half of waxing a vagina, exposed vagina, right?
Some people's parents, man. Come on, bro.
Like, we have strayed. Like, this whole setting up your generation for success, there's definitely a right way to do it. This is not it.
Okay. Before you go, it's like, I understand, like, back in the day, maybe some parent did some shit that they didn't want the kids to do, or kids did some weird shit. But nowadays, when you got cameras everywhere, bro, you can't do that no more. And or you got to be more, more aware of your surroundings, bro. As
one of my favorite YouTubers would say, Philly D, this is his line. Don't be stupid. Don't commit a crime and post it online. Stupid. And the worst part about it is she posted it and then she was like,
am I a bad mom?
No. She was like, I'm handing down when I say I'm handing down deeds and LLCs to mine. No, I'm telling the truth. Da, 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 da. And this is the picture that was posted.
Oh my God.
Like,
no.
And everybody's like, bro,
what are you doing?
Why?
What are we doing, America? And how old is this lady?
She's 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all making us look bad.
It's our generation. So she posted it. She made that post and everything, thinking people were going to be on her side. And then obviously the comments were just tearing her apart.
CPS. Yeah. I hope CPS was on her ass.
Obviously. I mean, now that everything's public, yeah.
What was the statute of limitations again?
That shit happened expeditiously. I don't think it went over any limitations. I'm
assuming that's a mugshot though, right?
Yeah. Okay. This is her arrested.
I don't wish anything bad upon people, but come on, lady. You do better. Well, you knew what you was doing.
You played dumb games, you win dumb prizes. And she got arrested, right? And people were posting on there like, bro, if you wanted her to, work with you in there, or even if you wanted her to be involved in the waxing, you could have started with the lady armpits. Waxer. Yeah,
that lady does. Mm-hmm. Mindy, if you ever have a kid, please, no,
don't let them wax cooters.
No, keep them at home.
Yes. Or ball sacks. No cooters or ball sacks.
Or just don't record it. How about that? Make sure there's no camera. No.
Which camera do I have to look in to say
edit that out? Edit that out. Point is, moral of the story is Mindy, no.
Yeah, people are saying, bro, if you're going to do that, start her off with like the armpit. Don't just throw her right into the vagina.
Do the arm.
Yeah.
Do the leg.
Wax arms, wax backs.
Do some toes.
Wax armpits. Wax a lip.
Do some toes. I don't
know. Wax some toes. And she posted the hours as well, right? She had her in there, the little 5-year-old, working from like 7 till 5 p.m. just
I
a full.
thought slavery was abolished a long time.
It's child labor, exposing a minor to sexual organs, and then she gonna post like, she made $700 and some odd today.
So how much did you get? How much did you actually make?
She didn't. I'm pretty sure she didn't give that child not.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to register as a sex offender after this.
Oh, that's gonna be all bad.
You know what I'm saying?
But dear God, people, do better. Please don't be this person. Okay. Yeah. That's just dumb in every sense
like
of the
some
word. Things
in life are avoidable. I feel like this was one.
Definitely.
Like some things ain't, but like, come on.
Yeah. No sympathy for her. She deserves everything that's coming to her, and I hope.
Okay. I hope she learns from this, right? I hope she gets. Maybe she's a great mom. What do we know, right? If she is, I hope she keeps her child because nobody wants to lose their child over something stupid like this. But like he said, do better in the long run. I don't know. Yeah. Nope. I wasn't expecting this today, yo.
that sex offender thing needs to follow you for the rest of your life. That child did not deserve this. Anyway, moving on. Let's pour another shot. Let's roll on to the next one. I'm done with her.
Where she live at?
This was I think
we're doing a tall one or small one?
Tennessee or Mississippi.
Of course. Never mind. I retract my statement.
I gotta look.
Am I doing a small or a big one?
A small one.
All right.
I think it's Mississippi.
Oh, that explains it.
Beautician mom. There was a post that showed what city she was from.
You better not say Georgia. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. Yeah, I can't find it.
God damn. No.
Tennessee mom. There. Why'd you put it all the way back on?
I didn't.
Okay.
It's a little. I was wondering why you were struggling with it. But
that motherfucker's set.
It's vacuum sealed.
God,
that bitch.
It made my coffee spicy.
Spicy margaritas and spicy coffee, y'all.
It's been a hot week.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Right. Sports.
Cheers, Mindy. In spirit. Yeah.
Rest her soul.
To be fair, y'all, if y'all have this is the first episode, Mindy's our voice of reason. So if this falls off the wagon, blame Mindy.
Oh my God. The funny thing is, like, you think we started this with rails? We did not. We weren't on any rails to begin with. So I fully expect this to devolve into some bullshit.
But even worse now, because we don't have
somebody
sober to keep us on track.
To be honest, Mindy will sit there and let us fucking ramble.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. If y'all ever see the hidden episode.
Oh my God.
There was no whatsoever reasoning behind that. It was just mainly me, y'all. But anyway. But yeah. Well, moving on. Sports.
Be sports. Right. Fire away. Hey, Danny.
What up?
What's cracking in sports this week?
Ain't not much going on. No, I'm just playing. We about to find out. All right. So usually 3 topics I talk about every time when we do this is the NFL, NBA, and MMA, boxing type deal. That wraps up in sports. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm still going to talk about mostly the same thing because the NFL does have an off season, but there's a lot of moving parts going on to it. One thing that I've been seeing a lot is and when it comes to the NFL, the depreciation of the running back, right?
Okay. They're getting worse?
It's not that it's getting worse. It's that they're undervalued, in my opinion, right? So back in the 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, right? When you were building an offense, what did you do? You made sure you had a good running back, right? Because you handed the ball off 20, 30 times a game. Defense does its thing, right? But what we're noticing in the running back market, if you're a running back, it's hard to get paid after your first rookie contract. bro.
Really?
Yeah. So last season, Saquon Barkley was a free agent. They tagged him, right? He only made like 10 mil, right? Same thing with Tony Pollard. And then there was Austin Eckler as well, right? So when you flip it, right? When you look at like the highest paid players now, back in the day, it was the running back, right? Now it's the wide receiver. Of course, the quarterback's always going to get paid, right?
Yeah,
he's going to be the highest paid dude on the team, on the squad, especially if you got a good one. But now it's the quarterback, the defensive ends, like the guys rushing the quarterback, right? And you got your wide receivers, right? So the guy the quarterback's throwing to, right? They're making upwards of 20 mil.
The playmakers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are making upwards of what now, like 45, 50. All right. You got the defensive ends, 30, 25 to 30. Running backs are scratching like the middle, highest paid running back in the league. What would you say? Give me a number.
Highest paid is, and it's not 20 or 40.
Nah.
11, 15.
Okay, that's a good guess. The average for a good running back, you're probably it's around 10, right?
Around 10.
Christian McCaffrey, he's running back for San Francisco. He didn't sign the contract with San Francisco. That's just he came with it because Carolina signed him. He came with it, but I think he's making around 60 to 17, right? So
he's the exception.
He's the exception, right? But the thing is, like, they do everything, though. They run the ball like 20, 30 times. If you're a good one, they run the ball 20, 30 times. They catch it out of the backfield. They block. They do all this stuff, right? But for some reason, they're underappreciated, right? It's because they get hurt a lot, right? Because they're doing a lot, right?
Yeah.
But they never get the contracts they deserve, right? So say if you're a first round pick, right? What happens? You come into the league, you get like a 4-year deal. After that 4-year deal, like if you're a quarterback, for example, first round pick, quarterback, and if you're good, like Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, you get paid after that first contract. After your rookie contract goes, you get paid 2 years before your contract expires, right? Running backs, not so much. Right?
They got to finish out that contract.
But the thing is, you're paying 4 or 5 seasons, all that wear and tear, and then by the time they're done, they're like, we can replace you. Undrafted guy.
That's so fucked.
Pay him pennies on this dollar, and then here you go. Go
big
find
pennies,
another
but
team.
still pennies.
Right?
Yeah.
But still, like, so you got like free agents this year. Where the fuck is it? Okay, there it is. So a lot of good running backs, right? You got Josh Jacobs from the Oakland Raiders, right? Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh my God.
Ooh, edit that out. Las Vegas Raiders, right? He was drafted. He's 5 years into the league, right? So he's still he just finished his rookie contract last year. They franchise tagged him, right? So he only played on 10 mil, 1 year, 10 mil deal, right? He's only 26 years old. He still has the best years of him, right? So, but they didn't want to pay him. So he's a free agent again, right? Derrick Henry, he's a little older, right? But this dude's a beast. I'm pretty sure you know who Derrick Henry is, right? He plays for Tennessee Titans. He's a free agent this year. A little bit on these 30 years old, but this dude, when he gets going, ain't nobody want to stop. You have people like, shit, Olay. Right? He will stiff arm your ass into oblivion. He's 8 years into the league, right? Saquon Barkley, right? 27 years old. 6 years in the league. Tony Pollard, also 26 years old. 5 years in the league. And then you got Austin Eckler, 28, right? 7 years in the league. But these are some of the highest performing running backs, and they can't get paid. That's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. The running back position is depreciated, even though they do a lot for a team. Like, a good running back can make a difference. Just ask Christian McCaffrey.
Very undervalued.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come to everybody knows I'm a San Francisco fan, right? But if it wasn't for Christian McCaffrey or a good running game, right? Brock Purdy wouldn't be as good as he is, right? Because he can just hand it off, dude goes 70 yards, touchdown, right? Or he can just the running back is always a security blanket, right? With the blitz comes, where is he at? Dude, let me dump it off 20 yards, right?
He can find that hole.
Exactly.
Play,
So like the running backs to me are underappreciated, right? So I just want them to get their fair value. Or if like the people are asking like, how are you gonna fix the issue, or what should you do to fix the issue, right? I don't know if you can. Like, stop working them so hard, and maybe you might get a second contract, right? Or make the contract shorter for running backs so they can get paid on the back end. But nobody wants to spend $20-30 million for running back, because if the one carry, torn ACLs, somebody rolls up on their leg, then they're done for the season, right?
Yeah.
So now you're wasting $20-30 million, right?
Oh God.
So I don't know.
It's a tricky line to toe, man.
But at the same time, anybody can get hurt at the same time, right? You pay a quarterback $45 million.
Folded.
Somebody defensive end comes around, bam, he's done for the season.
Just like what happened to your boy, the dude, the 49ers, your quarterback that got replaced by Purdy.
That was a blessing in disguise.
I'm just saying, but still.
Purdy was always
and what happened to the Jets quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers, 4 plays in, motherfucker tore his ACL. Or tore his Achilles. That's what I'm saying. So like every position but I guess this position specifically has a higher risk because of all the stuff that they do,
active, right? And they're basically rushing into
but
a group
my,
of mountains.
my thing is like I think like my thing is like it's hard to find a really good running back that can do it all, right? So when you find a Christian McCaffrey, a Saquon Barkley, even a Josh Jake, all the guys that I named on this list, these are really good running backs, right? They makes them teams better. So why don't you want to pay them like it? That's all I got to say. Or make a separate, like, my solution is quarterback is the most important position in the league, right?
Yeah.
I think they should have a separate salary cap besides the whole team, right? So there should be a little select group, or they should have a separate salary cap, or you can only pay the quarterback this much, but it doesn't affect what you pay everybody else. If that was the case, I think they'd be getting paid a lot more, because then you can take your, let's just say $45 million, but that's not counting what you're paying everybody else, right? It's like kind of almost how you pay a head coach. It doesn't count towards the salary cap. They can go unlimited. It doesn't matter. It just counts towards the total gross profit of whatever the team's making. I think that's where you should go with the quarterback. You take that out of the equation and you have 250 something plus million to spend on everybody else. I think the running back will start getting paid more. But I think they're worth more than 11, 12 million, especially if you're a trash running back, get your ass out. Sit your ass down.
Get on the bench.
But if you on this list, you deserve to get paid.
And it's not like the friggin' team's not making enough. They got so many fucking endorsements out the wazoo. They're making bank every month, hand over fist every month. So they got the fucking extra budget, but who's getting it? The coaches and the owner. Yeah.
So that's my gripe with the running backs. Like if you were Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, I'm a Niner fan, so I never really liked the Raiders, but Josh Jacobs, he's one of them dudes, right? He will run people over, rush for 1,000, 1,200 yards. Same thing with Derrick Henry, Saquon, Tony, Austin. I'm naming them on the first name, but I know them.
Like they your friends. They your friends.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Holla at your boy. No. But yeah. So like if you look at it though, these guys are the ones that you take when if anybody ever plays fantasy sports, right? Fantasy football, these guys are the guys you're taking.
Pick first,
right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like they should be paid like it, but that's just my two. I know they ain't going to. Maybe one out of the 5 might, but you put Derrick Henry on Baltimore. You put Derrick Henry on Houston. Motherfucker.
Do you see it being like maybe if one person can like break through that glass roof, that glass ceiling?
No, that's what they're talking about. One person going to set the market. Not for running backs though.
No.
Like they're just going to be, if one person gets paid, like Christian McCaffrey's getting paid 16, 17 million right now, right? That's cool. I ain't going to pay him that. I ain't going to pay the next guy that, right? Because that's the thinking. Because when it comes to running backs, you can get a dude in the 7th round, right? You can get a dude in undrafted, pay him pennies on the dollar. Motherfucker can still produce.
He'll work his ass off.
Yeah. Like, you know how many running backs have been undrafted or been drafted late that produce in like this, they come to be the team number 1, right? Frank Gore was one of the, he was drafted in the 7th round. He was the Niners running back for like 10 years, right?
Gore,
yeah. He tore both ACLs when he was in Miami, right?
Fuck.
Yeah. So he came in, did his thing, boom. There you go. Mike Shanahan and even Kyle, right? So Mike Shanahan used to coach the Denver Broncos way back in the day. That's Kyle Shanahan's dad, who's the San Francisco 49ers head coach, right? He never used to spend any picks on the running backs. He would just wait to find them undrafted. Terrell Thomas, Don't quote me on this.
Terrell something.
Terrell something.
Yeah.
His first name's
name.
Terrell.
Yeah.
This dude went undrafted, but he became the Denver Broncos leading rusher, right? So you can find him anywhere, but it's hard to find a really good one that can do everything. Mm-hmm. So my point is, if you find a good one that gets everything, pay him. Right?
Facts.
Doesn't matter if he's... All great players get hurt. It's football. When it's a contact sport, people are going to get hurt, right? But, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You was on your soapbox on that one. Feel it. Right.
Running backs, y'all.
Football.
Undervalued. All right. Moving on. We're going in the NBA. All right. So, I wasn't going to talk about this, but we was at Buffalo Wild Wings last night, and it was just all over the goddamn screen. And then we just started talking about it. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the NBA, what's the one thing everybody always complains about?
Always complains about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This season, at least.
LeBron?
Missed calls.
Missed calls?
Missed calls by the refs.
That was not a question for me. I don't know why you asked me that.
He's like, huh?
I don't
Wait
know.
a minute.
The ball's flat.
No. So there's been a theme this year on missed calls, right? Mm-hmm. And then last night, I already knew about it because I follow sports. I get alerts and everything like that, and I saw the videos and everything. So last night, the Knicks and Pistons were. I mean, you asked me who the Pistons.
No, I was like, who's checking for the Pistons? Like, because they were all over the screen. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? It's like Piston highlights after Piston highlights. So last night, the New York Knicks played the Detroit Pistons, right? Game was close. All this other now Pistons ain't got nothing to celebrate, bro. They 8-49, right? Oh shit. All right, so last night we had New York Knicks versus Detroit Pistons, right? Yeah.
Detroit Pistons aren't that great. They're 8-49, right? New York Knicks are in a playoff spot, right? They're 35-23. I think they're number 4 in the East, right? Don't quote me on that. But anyways, it's a wild contested game, right? Everybody wants to see a good game, right? Game comes down to the last minute. There's a big old scramble. Dude misses the shot. I think New York is down, right? Mm-hmm. If we saw it right. New York was down 1 point. Right? I believe. Like I said, don't quote me on this shit. New York was down, right? The mad scramble. Jalen Brunson goes up for the shot, misses. Mad scramble. Detroit saves it. Boom, boom. Ball goes all over the place. And then Sir Thompson secures it, about to start dribbling down the other way. And Dante DiVincenzo just pretty much dives at his legs, takes him out. Mm-hmm. No foul call. New York Knicks get the ball, passes to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson to Josh Hart for and one layup.
Play by play.
He bounced it. He bounced
it again.
No,
feel free to jump in.
Right? No. So they call the foul and one. Dude hits the basket. I think he missed the free throw. And then they ended up winning. Right. So the whole thing I guess the whole point of this is like missed call egregiously. Like I don't care if you miss a call if it's borderline, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to like egregiously missing a call, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. And you
was that a home game for them?
Home game for the Knicks, yeah.
For the Knicks.
But you watched the play. What did you think? I think I showed it to you too early today, too, on the TV, too.
It was, I think that was what prompted the whole conversation because we were sitting there and I was sitting next to Ness and I was like, we both at the same time was like,
no, because I remember we sat down and I looked at it. I was like, y'all tell me, is this a foul call? Because I already seen it. Yeah. I was like, I asked you guys, like, what do you guys think about this call? Right here, right? I even pointed out, I was like, right here. And then...
Yeah, I think both of us was like, yeah, they should have called that.
That should have been a foul call,
yeah,
right?
Definitely. Facts. I'm all for the aggressive plays, you know what I mean?
I think the thing that made it worse for me, though, was that they didn't call... Okay, if you don't call the tackle, pretty much, of the dude, right? Mm-hmm. But how you... on the other side, when the ball finally got to Josh Hart and he made the bucket... Mm-hmm. The other guy on the other end, he was straight up. He was straight up. So you should have never called that foul either. Mm-hmm. It should have just been a good bucket. Let's go the other way.
Somebody was paid.
Yeah.
Check their bank accounts.
Yeah, right? So that's my thing. And a lot of people said that today. I was like, if you're not going to call that, why are you calling the other one? Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, I think we were everybody was, and the thing that made it worse, right? After the game, right? There's a crew chief that says, hey, because you know how they interview the players after the game? They interview the referees after the game too, right? And even the crew chief, the dude that just sits, he's not involved in the game, right? But he just sits there and reviews everything, right? He even said, yeah, that should have been a foul call.
They should have put time back on the clock.
Monty Williams, after the game, the head coach of Detroit Pistons, went off. He said, hey, this is an abomination, this, that, and the other. See, my thing, he's gonna get fined, but my thing is,
he's gonna get fined.
Anybody, if you ever criticize the refs about anything, you're gonna get fined, right? But my thing is, if you're right, you shouldn't get fined.
Somehow the coach is gonna get a technical.
No, I'm saying, like, if you're right, and if that was a missed call, if you criticize the refs, like, if you're wrong, fine them, sure, whatever. But if you're right, even the referees admit you're right, you shouldn't get fined.
No,
pay me my money. You should pay him. Pay him.
Get paid for the loss. That's crazy.
But yeah, no, and that's been a theme this whole year, right? Missed calls. And then because the NBA has a 2-minute report at the end of the game, right? Where the league reviews everything and they say, hell, we missed a call here. We missed a call there. We missed a call there, right? So like, that's my thing. It's just like, bro, just get the call right. Or implement a system where somebody can buzz down and be like, foul.
Yeah.
Foul.
Put 2 minutes back on the clock.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like I said, I'm all for the aggressive plays, right? I'm all for the
just keep it consistent.
I'm all for the Bulls level era aggressiveness.
The bad boys Pistons and all that stuff.
Pistons, all that shit.
Now the thing is, nowadays you breathe on somebody and it's a foul.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but nowadays the game done changed, right? But when you're just blindly turning an eye,
bro, you used to be able to fight somebody back in the day, and it'd just be a common foul. Nowadays, you get suspended for 10 games.
Then come back and get suspended again. Yeah, can't step on nobody's chest. Can't take nobody out at the knees. This ain't football. You're in the wrong sport, son.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
No. See, they saw it. We saw it like 20 times at Buffalo. They just kept running it back and forth, right?
The wings was good.
Yeah.
The wings was too good.
We still got some in the fridge, though.
Oh, shit. I'm not even going to warm those up. I'm going to just fuck them up.
Yeah. But anyways, next one is, we haven't talked about Bronny in a while, right? LeBron James' son.
Yeah.
So his team, he plays for the USC Trojans, right? It ain't doing so hot. I think they're about 11 and 16. Bronny ain't playing much, right? Because he's coming back from that cardiac
heart stuff. Yeah.
Whatever it was. But coming into the season, even though he had all that, Bronny was projected to be drafted if he came out, right? But now the most recent NBA draft board just shows him off the draft board. Like he wouldn't even be drafted in the second round, right? And they asked LeBron about it, and then LeBron said, "Bro, just let him be a kid. Let him be a kid, right?" So like, it's crazy how you can flip on somebody, bro. Like,
yeah, like it's
like I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple of the games, right? And you can tell Bronny ain't right quite yet, right? But at the same time, like it's just like, bro, if this was anybody else, you wouldn't be on him that hard. But just the fact that he's LeBron's kid. Why you gotta
writing him?
Yeah. Why y'all gotta? You know what I'm saying? But
I saw something. I can't remember the name of the announcer that made a comment talk about his record or some shit like that, and somebody posted that that announcer's record when he was in college. I think he made he averaged like 4 points a game, and he played one season. And they were like, bro, be quiet. If you got a record like this, you need to be quiet. Yeah, I think they are definitely being way too hard on him. He's got how many years he got left in school? What?
He can play up to 4 or 5.
What year is he in?
He's his freshman year in college. It's his first year.
He's got
but I think the thing that everybody expected to be a one and done, right?
They want him to be drafted early.
Exactly. They expected him to go to college for 1 year and then boom, jump into the NBA, right? But like I feel like if he would have never had that heart situation he had, he probably would have put the trajectory to do that, right? But right now he's still working out the kinks. We didn't play anything for months, right?
He's still recovering.
So so he's only playing a certain amount of minutes. He's on a minutes restriction. He's averaging 5 points, something, whatever it is. But I'm just like, let the kid be a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it was anybody else's kid, you wouldn't even even if it was Scottie Pippen has a kid that plays on the same team, but ain't nobody talking about him.
Watch it for him.
Ain't nobody talking about him, right? Right? Like, even when Jordan's kids were in college, right? Jordan had a kid, I think his name was Marcus, right? He played at UCF. He didn't get that exposure. He didn't get that same attention.
I don't think any of them went to the league, did they? Yeah, exactly. Where's their coverage? I didn't remember seeing shit about that.
That's the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is LeBron's kid getting so much attention if
he's the face of the league right now?
No, but Jordan was the face of the league at some point too, but his kids never got scrutinized like this.
Well, he's the face of the league now, and social media is a fucking cesspool.
But that's what I'm saying. Even when you talk about, even when like the main sports outlets, ESPN, Fox Sports, all that stuff, they're all coming, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. Like, bro, y'all wasn't saying shit with Marcus and the other dude's brother, or
we don't even know their name.
Who'd you call it? or even Shaq's kids, right?
Kid. I was about to
even Shaq's kid. Yeah. Sharif, when he was at UCLA, he had the same heart problem, right? Y'all wasn't covering him like that. That's what. Give this kid a break. He probably does need a year or two in college to get his shit right, because he even his freshman year in high school, sophomore, he was a little iffy. Everybody said, "Yo, he had the potential to be that," and it didn't come true until junior, senior year, right? Let him, give him some time. Maybe come back another year, right? Maybe a year or two even, right? And then see what happens after he gets removed from the heart situation.
Let him finish out his school year just being a regular kid,
right?
Doing his classwork, and
because I can tell you this, he ain't doing it for the money.
Yeah,
LeBron's a billionaire. He ain't doing it for the money.
Let this man focus on getting his heart strong and passing his grades, and then next year check in with him.
Yeah. But LeBron also has another kid, Bryce. This dude 6'6" already. Fucking junior in high school. They are
manufacturing these kids
motherfucker
in a fucking lab.
Listen,
somewhere.
I love Bronny, right? Nothing but respect for Bronny, but Bryce,
his younger brother's gonna show him up.
Bryce might be the real deal.
Hey. We'll see. I haven't seen anything about
to be continued.
Yeah, so I might have to look him up.
Now, Bryce is. Everybody says Bryce might be it, right? But yeah. I was going to talk about the All-Star shit, but I don't think we have enough time for that. Y'all know who won. All right, moving on. We're going on to, there was not much boxing going on. Just some chit-chat going on between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. That shit ain't till April, so we're going to talk about that later. But we did, I didn't know this, right? We had a UFC fight night, right? I was offended because I didn't know it was in Mexico.
Shit, I was offended.
I didn't know it was a Mexico City fight night, right? Shit. Then you had a line of like 8, 9, 10 Mexican UFC fighters. Now, to my surprise, I didn't know they had that many.
Okay.
That's a lot. Like if you look at the fight card, I was looking at it because it shows the little flag next to it, right? On the right side, you had American, Ukrainian, Russian, Yugoslavian, all this other shit, right? Then on this side, Mexican. Oh, shit. I didn't know we had that.
My people showed up.
I only knew about 2. Maybe even 3. Right? But the main event was Brandon Moreno, which is one of my favorite UFC fighters, right? He wasn't, no, he was born in Mexico. He born in Mexico, and then he was against Brandon Royval, right?
Okay.
But the point is, Brandon Moreno lost on a split decision, right? I didn't watch it, but I watched snippets of it, and I felt like Brandon Moreno should have won, but I feel like it's only a snippet because I watched, right? I didn't watch the whole fight, right? So, like, I don't know.
So you watched it like I would have watched it.
Pretty much, because I didn't know it was on at the time. But I guess the biggest surprise was Brian Ortega defeated Yar Rodriguez, right? Yar Rodriguez, I've seen him fight most of the time, right? This dude's an upcoming prospect. Dude's filthy, but he got submitted. I was like, bro, how you going?
He got folded up?
Yeah, he arm triangle and everything. I was like, God damn. But Brian Ortega, this dude was in there injured. He walking into the stage, he rolled up his ankle, couldn't even walk. So he had to take the fight to the ground, and he ended up winning. So there's that.
You work with what you got.
Yeah, I guess so. He pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
But Brian Ortega is good because I've been following him for a while, so no surprise there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had, I guess, the biggest, the Prize Fighting League or Premier Fighting League, PFL versus Bellator. Remember, I've been talking about this for the last few episodes.
Yeah.
They did a merger. They about to do a champ versus champ. You had Ryan Ferreira versus Ryan Bader. No, Renan Ferreira versus Ryan Bader.
You actually watched this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. Wasn't much to watch. This motherfucker knocked him out in 21 seconds.
Well.
And now Renan's supposed to fight Francis Ngannou.
Whose champion was that?
Huh? It was the PFL. PFL versus the Bellator. Ryan Bader was but Ryan Bader's been around for a while. He was in the UFC. He was in Strikeforce. He was in all this other shit, right? But he's like 40 years old. That, and the other.
Okay.
But then Renan Ferreira, right? So this dude knocked him out in 21 seconds, and he called for Francis Ngannou, right? Francis Ngannou was in the crowd.
Ngannou, yeah.
That dude ain't no joke.
No,
but they're supposed to fight next after Francis fights Anthony Joshua and March 8th.
Okay.
So we'll be talking about that next week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's going to be a good one, right? But the biggest story was John Jones was in the crowd.
Hey.
John Jones is the truth. To me, the greatest MMA person.
Well, obviously, he's retired, so.
No, man, John Jones still fighting.
I thought he was retired.
No, he had a separated muscle on his shoulder or some shit like that. So he's
that's
recovering.
why I haven't seen him.
He's supposed to fight Stipe in like the fall or something like that.
I could have sworn that dude was retired. I haven't seen him.
So I guess there's a video floating out there where John Jones and Ngannou passed him. John Jones was like, now I guess the biggest story is there was a UFC event that night, but John Jones wasn't there. He was at the Bellator versus PFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
But anyways, they ended up going, Francis Ngannou ended up passing John Jones. And he's like, hey, they had a whole funny moment. You look fat, motherfucker. And this, that, and the other. But yeah, it was cordial. But my thing, like, I want to see Francis fight John Jones.
But right now, Francis is in.
He's boxing right now, right? He almost knocked. He should have won against Tyson Fury, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now he's about to fight Anthony Joshua in boxing next week, March 8th. March 8th.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully he knocks his ass out. I don't know if Anthony Joshua, but
so that's your pick. That's who you want to win.
I hope Francis knocks his ass out.
Anthony
Joshua don't got a chin, bro. Francis Ngannou got power, bro. I've always said if Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua ever fought, I feel like everybody says, "Oh, he's the most skillful." But all it takes is Deontay Wilder. All it takes him to go.
Just fucking shake that brain one time,
yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, and then yeah, so. Whoever wins fights Francis, I guess.
Well, shit.
I think that's
it.
That's what's
cracking in sports this week.
Cracking in sports.
Oh shit! I'm glad we missing Mindy obviously, but I'm glad we had the extra time.
Yeah,
because that was a lot to cover.
Yeah. I think it was just more dialogue between us, but yeah.
That's still a lot to cover. I don't think you would have burnt through it even if we didn't have all the dialogue.
No, because I felt like if Minnie would have been on, I would have shortened it.
But
the fact that you told me she wasn't going to be on and we had more time, I was like, all right.
You're like, fluff it.
Yeah. So I felt like I had to accommodate or compensate.
I mean, we don't have to do the hour and a half recording every time, dude.
But if it's good content,
if it's got legs, let it walk. God damn it!
All right.
With that, we're moving into the
next segment,
which is
Cheers Anime. All righty, Newman.
Oh God, what's up?
What is cracking in anime this week?
Well, okay, so it's going to be anime and TV because we're also going to be covering Avatar. Okay, came out on Netflix. So
not the M whatever.
Not that fucking train wreck.
Right, that movie.
But first and foremost, let's go over because we finished Megaloboxing season one.
Season 1, yeah,
last week. Yeah. week before last.
It's been a while.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Yeah. Talk away.
The last we checked in on him, he was getting ready for the final fight. No. Last we talked about it, he just got embarrassed by the brother of the sister.
Yeah, because he made him default or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
He got knocked out or whatever the fuck.
No. He was walking he was getting ready to walk in.
Yeah, he got knocked out by what's his name, Pops.
Oh yeah. He got knocked out by Pop. Yeah. I thought you meant in the ring.
Yeah, like, no.
Anyway, he's getting walk into the ring, and old dude met up with him. Was like, "Yo, I know your secret, nigga. If you step into the ring, I'm gonna expose you."
He was bluffing.
And old dude was like, "Nigga, fuck you." He was getting ready to walk in. Pops knocked him out.
He was bluffing.
Come to find out, because
was crazy.
With that,
that motherfucker shit him a poker player.
Hello.
That shit was dope. I ain't
So
gonna lie.
with him not showing up to the ring, this means that they're now in trouble with the mobsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mobster, next episode, they're in the office of the mobster. The mobster's like, "Hey, some dude came poking around, this, that, and the other, but we ain't tell him shit. You got bluffed." And dude's like, "Fuck! Okay, I gotta fix this somehow. How the fuck am I gonna do that?" Come up with a plan. He went to go talk to the sister, and the sister was like, "No, I don't believe you.
You said wait here." Exactly. Locked his ass in.
And locked him in while she went and did the announcement. Some bullshit. Old dude didn't let that sit.
Yeah.
Pulled up on his bike, crashed the announcement party, and she convinced the sister somehow. She freaking gave him an entrance. She's like, "Yo, whoever wins this last fight, regardless of any kind of exposure bullshit that you got planned, brother, whoever wins this last fight is the one who gets the final seed." And that fight was a knockdown, drag out kind of thing, because old dude had the AI.
But didn't he walk in with the? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
He had the knockdown, drag out fight with the AI.
Yeah, because it was recognizing how he was fighting, all this other shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And he realized that's the reason why old dude didn't want to fight him, because his AI reads electronic signals from the other Megalo kid.
If you ain't wearing the shit,
one,
you ain't gonna catch it.
That was clever. That was clever.
Hey, for real though.
But yeah, he went into the fight for like a good, how many rounds? I think they went like 5 rounds.
Nah, it was
more than that.
It was more than that.
A lot. He went a lot of rounds.
He was getting
getting his ass beat. Yeah. He got knocked down so many times. He just kept getting up.
Yeah. Beat the 10 count.
Yeah. He beat some counts that shouldn't have been beaten.
Right.
Like, oh, dude.
So they did flashbacks. That shit was longer than 10 seconds. That shit was at least 30.
Oh, dude, he was on the mat and he closed his eyes at one point.
He took a nap.
Yeah.
Woke up.
He shouldn't have been alive. He shouldn't have been in the fight. But long story short, he ends up beating the dude. Right?
Yeah, because he puts his arms down. The AI couldn't read it.
I couldn't read it. Yeah.
What's going on?
And fucking lays him out. And all of a sudden, the brother has punch. Like the brother. Yeah, all his fights,
uppercut, or was it uppercut?
All been one punch wins. He's the new One Punch Man. But he's the brother. Has like this freaking change of heart all of a sudden after getting his ass beat. Fucking
lives in a log cabin.
Fucking
middle of nowhere.
The fuck? But
coming to Jesus moment.
he gets his second win back because now he's in the fight. Right? He's in the final 4. He has one fight before he faces the champion, and that's with the lion. That's
big when dude, he puts on
the American. Okay. Yeah. And he realized
you can tell he's American from the jump. Yeah. Blonde haired ass motherfucker.
Blonde, freaking cussing a lot.
Cocky motherfucker.
He drove in a monster truck.
Hey.
Yeah. Freaking gold.
Obvious.
That dude was straight American.
America.
Wake him up when it's time for the fight.
See, we've been listening to this shit. I've been reading the subtitles forever. I understood exactly what he said. Ain't no subtitles about his ass.
But yeah, time comes to the fight. Before this, they had like a nice little heart to heart. Him and the champion met over the dog or some shit. He's like, "Oh, the dog doesn't like anybody." Yeah. They had a chance to talk. They're like, "Hey, why do you fight without equipment. And he's like, yo, it just feels right. I feel in control. I feel more alive than everything, you know, da 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 da. And he got him thinking, right? This, that, the other. The champion wins his fight easy against Spider.
The Mexican compadre.
Yeah, the Mexican
compadre. I understood him too. I didn't need no subtitles for him either.
he has some shit going. He even caught the champion one time. Yeah. He caught him one time, but after he got that one punch, and old dude was like, and just walked up on him with his lands down and just laid him out. But
R.I.P. motherfucker.
R.I.P. At least you had some representation. In that shit. I didn't see the one black dude.
I felt like he was a representation of both. Ain't no Mexican to have dreadlocks.
They just kind of, they were just like inclusivity. Right? They're just like, here you go, stop complaining.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, nah. Ain't no Mexican have dreadlocks. Like if I could grow that shit out, I'd be looking like you and that. Say now, what you
But yeah, so he wins his fight. Old dude's going up against the American, comes in with the megalo shit, and because everybody's like, what? Oh, yeah, there's like, oh, gearless Joe, and he walks in with the shit. And he's like, wait, he's got gear on. What the fuck? And everybody in the crowd is calling him a faker and phony and shit like that.
Oh, that's when what's his name Pops is forced because he's upstairs.
Yeah, with the shit. Oh yeah. The mobster is like, okay, now that you're in the megalo,
you gotta throw this shit.
Odds are up. It's time for me to make some money. Throw the fucking match. And he talks to the kid. The kid's not fucking having it. Joe's not having it at all. And Joe's like, fuck you, dude. I'm not wearing the earpiece. They send the kid off to live with the chick who's putting on megalo boxing because apparently her company killed her dad. Killed his daddy.
The engineer that designed the whole shit.
The AI gear that the brother was using was stolen from that kid's dad. And
he was the main,
and he got him, and he killed him came up with over it. But so it was her responsibility. It fell on her. I don't know why it didn't fall on the brother, but it fell on her to take care of the kid in the meantime. And that was just another way for them to.
She got all the money.
that was another
the head
way
of the company
for them to add like a level of protection between the kid and the mobsters, right? Because they threatened him as well. Come the night of the fight, Pops is up in the fucking rafters, with the headset on, issuing orders and shit like that.
He does have the earpiece in.
He ends up wearing the earpiece anyway, and the kid was rapping.
Hey, he dropping bars.
There was a musical number. I didn't remember the musical number the first time I watched it.
He was dropping bars, bro.
He dropped some bars in the rain of all things. Is sitting there.
We had to read them. We had to read them.
We did.
We had to read them.
But the thing is,
bars.
Here's the thing with like Japanese rap, like anytime the last word, it doesn't always sound like the next word. But every one of these is like do, do, you know. And I was like, oh, those rhyme. I know, it sounds like they rhyme. But yeah, the fight's happening, and old dude's he's boxing with the big dude, right? He's getting a few punches in. His gear is getting fucked up, and like when the time comes for him to throw the match, his gear he's basically gearless, right? And old dude's in his ear like, "Hey, the boss said it's time. Take the dive." And old dude's like,
I thought it was like he's like, nah, keep fighting. I think
at first he said take the dive, right? And then he gets knocked out, the kid comes running in, right? And the mobster, he was like, once you take the boss is like, once you take the dive, you're out.
Kids runs in, and then what's his name? Sherrod, or the dude that's represented the company comes in and says, hey, leave him alone. Right?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But the kid runs in, gives him some inspiration. The boss upstairs who's giving him Nando upstairs who's giving him the orders is like, hey, if you take this dive, you're out. You're good. And the mobster was like, I don't know what you're thinking.
He never gonna be
exactly.
Out.
You guys are gonna fight in my ring forever. And then that's when Nando woke up and was like, bro, nah, fuck that shit. Win this shit. And old dude was like, go grab the kid. Yeah.
And then what's his name comes down.
Yeah.
Hey, leave him alone.
The champ comes down
from the Shirato.
Fucking knocks out the motherfuckers who was grabbing the kid. Nando on some gangster shit was upstairs piecing up niggas.
Hey,
pop. Like the bodyguards was getting 1-2. Exactly. And they cornered him. He's like, I'm gonna hold him off as long as possible. Win, kid, win. And fucking threw the headphones. Right?
And smashed their earpiece.
Yeah. And they had him cornered and they were like, this, that, and the other. You really think you're gonna escape? He grabbed the knife. He was like, pops out his own eye. Right? Gangster shit. Gangster. He's like, yo, he ends up winning the fight, fucking knocks the motherfucker out with an uppercut. Boom. And then immediately goes, checks on Pop, runs in there, Pop's on his knees, hands over his eye, bleeding profusely. And the mobster's just sitting there like, get the fuck out of my face. Take him, get out. All right.
And I guess the worst shit is that you can't see.
Yeah. The one person who wanted to see this dude reach greatness now just blinded himself and you'll never see it. That was some poetic shit. Mm-hmm. That was some poetic shit.
Poetic justice.
But yeah, Nando's blind, but it's time now for the final fight. Yeah. He's training up. Nando's listening to this nigga practice and still coaching him. He's touching the mat. He's feeling the vibration. He knows when the dude's fucking up. He's like, yo, step into your punches. Stop. I told you once. He's like, how can you tell? He's like, just do what I say.
Yeah.
And that nigga did that shit. Pop. Shit's feeling right. Time for the fight. Freaking.
What's his name gets a.
Ooh, the champ. Yeah.
He said, I
don't want to fight. Ooh, I want to fight him
because from something what Joe said to him. He's like, hey, it's just this, that, and the other. He's like,
yeah. So, two things. One, Gearless Joe, the whole reason he wanted to get in the Megaloboxer was to fight this motherfucker. And the motherfucker said, the only way you're going to fight me is if you step into my ring on my terms, right? And after he won his fight with the lion, he talked to him. He's like, yo, I'm in your ring now. Yeah. It's me and you now. And motherfucker felt that fire in his heart. He felt jealous for the first time. Hey. And he was like, hey, I'm going to fight this dude. I'm going to make it fair. He's in my ring and I'm going to make it fair. I'm getting rid of this gear and I'm going to fight him on equal terms. And old girl was not having it because she just secured her military contract, right? So she didn't want that shit. Long story short, the gear gets removed. She gives the military the middle finger, fucks up the contract. It was like, he's the representation of this gear. And since he's not wearing the gear no more, there's no more contract. She's like, I don't want it. Right? She fucks up the contract. He takes off the gear. He goes through some bullshit.
I thought she still got the contract.
No. She signed it at first, but then after.
But I thought that was the whole presentation part.
Yeah. She signed it at first and he was supposed to wear the gear in the final fight, but since he's not wearing the gear,
okay.
But it comes time for the final fight. After old dude done went through some shit, got that shit surgically removed. He's in agonizing pain, and he locked himself in a room for like 3 days to fucking get over the fucking pain. And time for the final fight, right? That fight was ridiculous.
You could have played Eye of the Tiger. This shit would have been.
It would have been perfect. It would have matched. Slug after slug.
This shit went like 15, 20 rounds.
Like,
I don't know.
I love that even though without the fucking gear on, the champ was still the champ. Old dude was bodying him.
Yeah.
Old dude was throwing hands. For like a solid 5 rounds. Old dude didn't get any hit in, right? He got lucky one time, left a little bruise on him. And after that, it was just a slugfest, right? My complaint with this series is that they didn't show the ending of the fight.
You had to watch season 2.
It came up to like a fucking stop motion as far as the last punch, right? They did the whole Rocky thing where it was like Rocky versus Apollo. Yeah. That pause.
Apollo lost, y'all.
No. Rocky said Apollo won that one.
No, not in the secret fight. Apollo won, but not in the ring.
No, that pause was the secret fight.
No, I always thought it was. Oh, we got to watch that again.
Yeah,
y'all.
no, that pause was that secret fight.
We got to watch that again. Hold up.
But yeah, next thing you see, the fucking champ's in a wheelchair.
Right?
How bad did he get beat?
He done got his spine crushed with the punch.
That punch was ridiculous. That nigga ended up in a wheelchair.
Right? But that's season 2, though.
Yeah. But no, that's season 1. They showed him at the end in the wheelchair. Right. Yeah,
everybody jumping in the pool.
Yeah, and at the end, Nando's got his gym. He's training motherfuckers. They're giving kids robot arms to punch each other.
Which? No.
What the fuck? No.
Child endangerment, y'all.
Kids are
getting back to what we were talking about in the beginning. Hold on. Full circle.
Full circle shit. And that's where the season ends, right? Everything's looking good. Barbecue, boop, boop, boop. And then I think we started season 2. But
we're going to talk about that next week.
Junkyard. Spoiler alert, Junkyard Dog ain't looking too good.
Hey.
Joe's not looking good in season 2. But that's for another time. Boom. Megaloboxing done. Time for Avatar. Cheers. Let's move on into Avatar.
Avatar.
Oh my god. So
Avatar was one of my favorite animes growing up.
Okay.
Nickelodeon, all this other shit. So when I saw the first M. Night Shyamalan shit, nope. It's kind of like the Dragon Ball Z movie. Remember that shit?
Yeah. The funny thing is they're mentioned in the same breath now because they're just so fucking terrible. Yeah.
Horrible. So we had our sights reserved on this.
Yeah, we were very much expecting disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I was pleasantly surprised. Okay? There's some good. There's some bad. But all in all, it was a win for me. Right?
I like the fact it kind of followed the same. It kind of followed the same script, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the anime,
yeah.
Right? But it had a little bit different.
It had some creative control, some creative differences.
But go ahead.
So let's start with the bad. Okay, let's start with the bad first, so we can end on a good note.
Yeah, the bad. The thing that I found that went when it came to the actors' expressions, I felt like they were too rushed, or like they were trying to tell a story. It was too rushed.
So, in full disclosure, right? I know that they only had
spoiler alert.
Spoiler, yeah.
If y'all haven't watched it yet, don't listen.
That's on you. They only had so many episodes to tell us a full season.
How many episodes is this first season?
8 episodes.
No, 8. But how many episodes is the regular Avatar?
Like 16 or 17 the first season.
Right. If they would have gave them 10, I felt like everything wouldn't have been so rushed.
Yeah, because 1 hour episode compared to 30-minute anime episodes. Yeah, they would have had a time. But if they had 10 episodes for the first season, everything would have been done according to the anime. I
think my thing is, like, even from the first episode from the jump, right? Like, I love the storyline. It kept true to the actual shit, like not like the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
It kept true, but it's kind of like what you've been saying the whole time, like the child actors, right?
The child actors,
right?
Yeah.
But like, I felt like when they were like approaching a moment, right? It felt a little bit rushed, right?
Definitely.
Like the emotions weren't.
Well, they didn't have enough time to be at that emotional level.
Or like the storyline, I don't want to say it was rushed because it wasn't, but like every time, like, how far are we jumping at?
Hold on. Wait, let me
Okay. Go ahead.
So, the bad, right? First off,
way better
than
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that's stated.
We can get that off the bat.
So right now I'm just going to talk about the story points that they missed, right? Or that they changed that I didn't agree with. First off, Aang, when he ran off.
Wait. the fact that they called him Aang, that was the best part.
When
They didn't call him Ong.
Ong, no. But Aang, when he ran off from the air temple in the anime, it was right after he got told he's the Avatar and he wasn't in agreement with it. And he took off in anger and got caught in the storm, wrapped himself up in an ice bowl. In this one, he had a full fucking discussion with Appa, and it was just like, let me go for a ride to clear my head. What the fuck, right? Second, there was no building the relationship with Katara after they first met, because there was a whole penguin sledding relationship building shit.
It's kind of rushed at
and
points.
They like woke up and they're like best friends. She was like, oh, why you because Sokka was true to Sokka, except for the fact that he wasn't sexist, but he was true to Sokka as far as being hesitant towards Aang, right? He was like, oh, what, sound the alarm, he's a stranger, why are you playing with him, to the other kids in the fucking place. But Katara was like, he's our friend. No, there was definitely some relationship building that was supposed to happen that you skipped over. Third, the grandma basically did Katara's intro to Avatar as exposition. Long ago, the four great nations were in harmony.
Yes, right.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yo, honestly, I'm about to watch the whole anime series.
I'm up for
just
that.
So we can
compare notes.
The second seasons and everything.
I think we should do that so we could talk about this with Mindy next week.
Yeah.
Did not enjoy her exposition in with the intro of Avatar, right?
Honestly, I didn't like the grandma.
I didn't like the grandma. Yeah. No, I did not.
I felt like it was like just too. Mm-hmm. There it is.
They did the whole air temple thing. I didn't like the CGI on Aang when he was in the Avatar state. I didn't like it. It was very, very evident. We get to Ba Sing Se.
Again. No.
Or not Ba Sing Se, Omashu. We get to Omashu, and Jet is there. Jet was not introduced in Omashu.
I think he was.
No, he wasn't. I looked at the episodes before this. He wasn't introduced in Omashu. So that was...
What episode? Ba Sing Se?
No, Jet?
Yeah.
He was like three or four episodes afterwards. He wasn't introduced in Omashu.
But the fact that, people said there's 16 episodes in the regular anime, they cut it down to 10. So
yeah, they had to squeeze it in somewhere. But I figured they could have had a fucking filler episode. They had episodes they could have thrown Jet in elsewhere. Did not Omashu, but they threw him in Omashu. I didn't like that. Moving on, fucking Azula. The core three is good. The Azula and her bitches.
That's the point we were talking about earlier today. Mm-hmm. I could have sworn one of the bitches was like monotone.
Yeah.
This, that, the other.
So
that loved fucking what's his name?
Yeah, that loved Zuko.
Exactly. She was no monotone.
No, those she was kind of monotone, but her character did not. It wasn't.
It
enough.
Didn't fit.
It wasn't
fit.
enough.
It didn't
definitely
fit.
wasn't.
It didn't
enough.
fit.
Those three, Azula. Fuck it, goddamn! I wish we had the fucking voice of reason to look up these names. Zula, I think May, and the monotone bitch. Yeah, or maybe the monotone bitch was May. I can't remember.
I'll be the voice of reason.
Thank you.
Go ahead, keep talking.
So those three did not match. Right, the closest was the little pressure points bitch. She was like the closest to her actual
the bitch with the is that what you're talking about?
No, the bitch on Azula's team who does like the pressure points, who lock motherfuckers down with the pressure points. She was the closest to her actual character. The monotone bitch, she's chubby. In the anime, she's like the skinniest one of the group. She should not have been chubby. I don't know what they were thinking with that cast skin. Okay. I'm sorry for calling her chubby, but it is what it is. She is a little, her cheeks, she has fuller cheeks. She should not. She should have had a slender ass face, right? Yeah, I didn't agree with her. Azula also is supposed to be fucking slender. That character is not slender. And she's not ruthless enough for me. Like, she is conniving. That fits.
Like, when I first saw Azula, I expected more.
I did expect more.
When I first saw her, I was like, I knew it was Azula, but I was like, no.
Exactly.
And I was like, come on.
She's like sitting eye level with the rest of them. She's supposed to be taller than the pressure point bitch and on the eye level with the fucking knife bitch, with the monotone knife bitch, right? I didn't like their casting. Moving on. We get to so we're after Omashu. Mm-hmm. We get to the Northern Air Temple, the Northern Water Tribe. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Paku. Who the fuck is that? Paku in the anime was not as tolerable as he was in this one, right? There was a whole thing of them like conversating and shit like that. That did not happen. Paku, he welcomed them as far as like he didn't like anime, but he did not like her being like a combat waterbender, right? When it came time for them to face off, they completely skipped over the part where Paku, the only reason he changed his mind was because Katara was wearing the necklace that he carved. Because of the grandma, yes. For the grandma, exactly. Yeah. They completely missed that.
I was like, I know I'm missing something here, but I just don't know what it is.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I didn't like that. And Paku just accepted her because all the other kids were like fucking amazed at her waterbending. Right. But
she didn't slice that ice.
She did some shit. I'm gonna get to the good in a second. But Paku was definitely not as tolerable. I didn't like the changes they made with his character. Yeah. Right. Backing up for a second. What's his fucking name? Oh my god. Sokka. Goddamn, Sokka. Not as sexist, but he definitely, I didn't like that he wasn't as sexist. Because his charm, his progression into being a fucking gentleman was his whole character, right? He matured from a kid, being having the mentality of what his father basically raised him as, into this respectable gentleman that the bitches actually wanted. His relationship with Sokka, with Suki, when they first met, he was sexist as shit, right? But no, they didn't get any of that. You know, Suki, Suki was basically bodying him the whole time. Got him. And then they had this whole training arc, and then after that one training arc, they like fucking love each other.
Sometimes it was rushed, like
definitely rushed. And then the priestess, in the Northern Water Temple, what's her name again? Yue, Princess Yue. That bitch ain't no goddamn princess. She ain't no priest. She ain't no priest. One day. Oh yeah, that's another thing. They did not spend enough time, because up to this point,
I'm telling you, if you would have gave him 2 more episodes,
yeah,
at least,
like up to this point, Aang should have had some waterbending training.
That's the thing I don't like, because in the original, when the first season happened, right, with the Avatar, Katara, they were being trained with the waterbenders when they first got there. So when like it happened, I was like, oh, this shit's about war. And
he's about to fight with just airbending. Yeah. Like he's,
because they spent days training and then it happened.
The crazy thing is he's supposed to like attempt training with Katara and it not being good, because she buys the scroll at a market, but no, she was just given the scroll by the grandma. Yeah. And even though she has the scroll the entire time since they left the fucking Southern Water Tribe, he didn't fucking learn shit from it. Right? No waterbending or anything like that. Ko, in the spirit realm. Ko, what the fuck? This motherfucker is supposed to steal your face if you show any sort of emotion. This motherfucker full on ran from this nigger in terror and did not lose his face.
He'd have put the full ER on that shit.
Shit. I did not like the spirit realm.
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah.
What the fuck? They fucked with Ko. Ko's supposed to be one of the most menacing spirits
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You can just run from it anytime you want. But those are... Oh, no. One more. I didn't like what they did with Iroh.
Yeah. I think I told you this from the beginning.
Yeah. I did not like what they did with Iroh. They made him too
soft,
too carefree, right?
Honestly, I didn't like his voice,
and I did not like his voice was not like
exactly.
He should have.
I wanted him to be that. If he was that probably would have made it. I would have been like, enough said.
The biggest breaking point for me was at the night of him what's his name killing the moon, the moon spirit.
Yeah.
They built up this whole every episode you heard the Dragon of the West, the Dragon of the West. That was Iroh, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a dragon, one of the few who could breathe fire, right?
He did that
he did that shit in the anime,
but he didn't do it in this one.
At the night of the moon killing.
That's what I was expecting. Yes, I was like, at some point,
he about to hit us. Bad.
He about to hit us with it.
He was supposed to be flanked by 4 fire nation soldiers. He was supposed to pop, and then
exactly
right. And I didn't get that, and I hated it.
That's what I said. I was like, God,
all
damn
he did was like 4 measly ass fireballs, man. I hated his character. They should have done more with
honestly, I didn't like the actor they chose for Commander Zhao either.
Commander Zhao, exactly. Yeah. He was too small. Commander Zhao was domineering and he was a blockhead. Yay. Yes. They didn't I didn't like the Commander Zhao.
They didn't do him justice.
But those are my bads.
Yeah.
Right? Those are my hates. Time for the good.
The best is I like the action scenes.
The bending.
Yeah, the bending was dope.
Point blank, period. How it should have been portrayed in M. Night Lim. Yeah.
M. Night
Shyamalan.
Ain't nobody care.
From the jump. That I love that
from when we first saw the first episode.
The Earthbender?
Yeah.
Ooh. I love that they went back a little bit to show the night of Sozum's Comet when the airbenders got exterminated. I love the fact that the fucking Earthbender was just like fucking launching niggas into walls and shit. Like with one swift move. Just like, wall. You know?
He was over there stomping the yard. This
get it. He was throwing fucking stone daggers and shit. He done locked down a whole fucking aisle with fucking stone daggers.
Yes.
Right? My complaint about that, like, as far as him, like, he raised the stone wall to block off the motherfucker with the intel, right? He could have done that shit behind him. He could have escaped. But
right?
He had enough time.
Come to find out, it was all a plot.
It was all a plot. Some more good, right? The core 3, amazing, right?
Sokka,
love them.
Sokka,
Sokka and Katara.
Honestly, I didn't really like Sokka that much. Aang was kind of spotty.
I didn't like Aang.
Katara was spot on. I like Katara. Katara was spot on.
So Aang was too much of a complainy bitch. Every word out of his mouth was, "I'm not good enough. I can't do this alone."
It was kind of like the original, but I'm just saying, like it comes to back what I was saying. Like it felt like too rushed. Like. Mm-hmm. But let it breathe.
Here's the thing,
and then say it.
He was one dimensional.
I ain't an actor.
He was very one dimensional. As far as Aang was concerned, once he started learning waterbending, he started developing some confidence.
No, but that's the thing, though. He never started learning waterbending.
They skipped over waterbending, so he just
all over that.
They're just like, okay, he never has this character progression. That's what I'm saying.
When they got to the Northern Water Temple, right? Mm-hmm. He was supposed. There was a whole 2 or 3 episodes where they were waterbending.
Yeah, where he's like showing his shit.
Through, right?
Yes.
None of that.
They were supposed to have some training there as well, like a couple of days of training. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
There was a whole episode. I don't remember if this happened, but fucking Katara and Sokka got pulled into the fucking spirit realm. I don't remember that.
No,
that happened.
It happened.
Yeah.
Remember when they went to go into the forest, and then Aang said, "Hey, I need to go do this and the other," and they got pulled in.
Yeah, in the show, but I don't remember that happened in.
It did happen in the anime.
I might have to rewatch that, but I'm
saying we're gonna watch season 1, y'all. We'll be back to you tomorrow or the next day or next week.
Next week, yeah. Let's see. Some more good. Zuko. I felt like his character was very well. I liked his character. Reason being, he was angsty. He was thirsty for his father's approval, and he was very prideful.
So,
go ahead.
If he matches the exact character we're talking about the anime, yes. Maybe I just didn't like his acting.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't like his
That's
acting.
fair.
You know
that
what I'm
is
saying?
fair.
Like,
yes.
Like Zuko, how yes. I got you. His acting was a little suspect.
He's a little spotty.
A little suspect.
I
didn't.
Ooh. What's her name? The Huntress?
She was spot on.
June?
Yeah, she was spot on.
Baddie.
The dude, babe. Yeah, she was spot on.
The animal she was riding as well. Mm-hmm. Fucking babe.
Spot on.
Oh my God.
Spot on.
Win. Perfect casting.
Spot on.
Yeah.
If you do season 2,
she needs to come back every season. Every season.
Count it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She was spot on.
Yeah.
Cabbages. He hit us with it at the end. He said cabbages.
We got 2 teasers. My cabbages. Like, he got caught off right before cabbages 2 times.
I'm pretty sure he said it more in the anime, but when he hit us with the end, I was like,
at the very end.
Cabbages.
Vindication. I think when we got teased the first time, I looked at you like,
you told me cabbages, and I was like, he didn't say it yet. He didn't say it, but at the end,
cabbages.
Yes.
Win.
Anytime you say cabbages, y'all.
Absolute fucking win. Let's see what else.
No, my favorite episode was when they finally got the last episode when it almost followed true to the fucking anime when they killed, maybe not when they killed the moon spirit, right? Mm-hmm. But then when he
rose up like, as the ocean spirit,
let me do this shit, right?
Yeah,
that shit was like, to me, the last episode to me when it came to war, because I like fight movies, that shit was dope to me.
Okay, I have some gripes with the last episode. So first, the dude who was
before you start, like I felt like they rushed some things.
They definitely rushed some
like
things.
when Aang was in the Avatar, started talking to Kiaru, whatever the fuck's name was, right?
Kirk.
She's like, he will help you, blah blah blah. Like all of a sudden, he's like, yeah, well, I always see the man in my dreams. This time,
yeah, Avatar Kirk was absolutely no fucking.
He was an asshole, but anyways, but like no, what I'm talking about with what's
Kyoshi?
No. I'm talking about the ice bitch, the white hair.
Oh, yeah. Princess Yue?
Yeah. And Sokka came in. All of a sudden, now they kissing.
Oh, yeah. Like, she was a fast-ass priestess, right?
Bitch.
She ain't no goddamn priestess.
You ain't Catholic.
She a hoe. So, my gripes with the last episode, obviously, Paku, right?
Paku was kind of a bitch.
Iroh, right?
I've been saying Iroh hasn't hit it for me.
I'm nitpicking here. So I want you to understand that. So when he goes down into the water and commits himself to the ocean, to the spirit of the ocean. In the anime, he was walking on water, right? He was walking on the water until he got to the middle, and then he just sunk instantly, right? In this one, he fucking waded out to like his waist. And then he sunk.
No, he was in there going.
Yeah, but he was like waist high, and then he sunk.
Dope. I felt like it was dope.
What was the admiral name again?
Zhao.
Zhao was supposed to be swept up by the ocean spirit. He did not get swept up by the ocean spirit. He hit by Iroh. He died by Iroh, fucking being burnt alive.
Thought that was kind of weird too.
Yeah, he his death was supposed to show that he was insignificant. He was supposed to die like every other fucking Fire Nation soldier, just another fucking casualty of the ocean spirit. But no, they gave him a significant death as far as.
I think you said this too. Like, how did what's your name freeze Sokka's feet?
Yes.
When supposedly waterbending.
Fucking waterbending got taken away.
But I guess she's quarter of a spirit, right? So maybe. You
know what's crazy? You want to hear something crazy? So there's a theory going around, right? That Princess Yue was supposed to be the Avatar. Listen to me. Listen to me. All right? Listen to me. So, Princess Yue.
Yeah.
Or my fault. Avatar Aang was alive 100 years ago. His natural life would have ended roughly around the time, like a couple years before, she would have been born, right? She was born without, like, she was born an empty vessel, right? And the ocean, the moon spirit filled that void, gave her some of her life to fill the void. Where Rava, which is the spirit of the Avatar that moves from generation to generation, Rava was supposed to be the one to fill that void, but because Rava was still trapped in Aang in the iceberg, the moon spirit was the one who actually filled that void for Yue.
Her spirits, right?
Yeah.
They said that's okay.
Because what's the next? What's the next progression of the Avatar after
the
air?
Airbender? Water.
Yeah. Right. So you see it?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, follow.
That's fucking crazy, ain't it? Yeah. So that's crazy. But those are our gripes. Those are our wins.
But yeah.
Wait. One more gripe and one more win. And both have to deal with Azula.
Mm-hmm.
Her fire was always blue in the anime.
Yeah. You're right.
And she was fighting motherfuckers with regular ass fire.
Yeah.
She didn't show the lightning until she fucking faced off against Zuko. Everybody was surprised. Right?
Well, she did it against what? Yeah.
I
thought that was, yeah. That's what I thought. I was like,
But in the anime,
I didn't remember, but I looked at it when we were watching it today. I was like, that doesn't look right.
But when the lightning looks awesome. The lightning does look awesome. How it was fucking like a ball in the hand and it was channeled when she hit him with yeah. I didn't like that she did like the dance shit. I didn't like that part, but the look of it, the lightning bending was fucking clean as shit. And Ozai, perfect casting for fucking Fire Lord. Yeah, Ozai.
Yeah, that actor,
motherfucker was clean.
This actor, yeah. His spot on. Don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you this how it is. Yes.
One more little gripe, and I'll end here. What did you think of the Airbenders' Last Stand?
Bro, you should say
fuck shit. yes. The very first motherfucker. He's like, brothers and sisters, we're under attack. Nah, I think as a monk, you should have just been like, fuck. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Who's cussing?
Who said that?
Yeah. I think that would have alerted people more. These airbenders were fucking dealing with motherfuckers, bruh. Yes, they were. They were fucking. Okay, so their fighting style, like Aang said, pure defensive.
They're defensive.
They're defensive.
Right?
But they were still fucking slapping motherfuckers around, throwing motherfuckers around. One bitch fucking raised up out of a fucking tornado. Right? And then the motherfucker who was protecting the little kids at the fucking end.
Gyatso?
Gyatso.
Yeah.
There you go. That motherfucker was holding off the fucking Fire Lord, and the Fire Lord fucking walked in. He had the fucking flames. That was clean.
They make you want to play with fire.
That was clean. I had some gripes. I was like, wait, because everybody was like flying around with like fire jets and shit. I was like, hold on, wait. They aren't supposed to do that unless the comet was around. Then I remembered this is during Souls and Comet. All the firebenders were more powerful. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Made sense. We were watching season 1 of the regular
anime.
We're comparing notes.
Yeah. So
We don't care. Compare notes, y'all.
That's my take. That's our take on season 1. What's your rating out of 10?
I give it an 8. You give it an 8?
I'll give it like a solid 7.8.
Yeah, I give it an 8. The camera just shifted again, but I'll give it an 8.
Oh shit! I give it a solid 7.8.
Yeah. No, it was better than M. Night Shyamalan shit, right?
Way better. M. Night Shyamalan gets a 1 point nothing.
The way they did the earth
gets
bending,
0.0.
the fire bending, the water bending, even the air bending, all 4 elements.
Smooth, quick,
justice,
active.
Justice.
Yes. I did not like M. Night
Qatar
Shyamalan
was spot on. I didn't really like Sokka that much.
I didn't like how the water bending didn't leave people wet.
From one to another.
I didn't like how how the water didn't leave people wet.
Yeah,
motherfucker was just dry instantly. Yeah, but that's
Zuko. He might grow on me within the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm. I like his progression so far, but
the Fire Lord definitely spot on. Loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. Iroh, if he would have had a rougher voice.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I think it was like episode 3 or 4. They did the little soldier boy, it's gonna take me home. That song that Iroh sings in the Earth Kingdom that brought everybody to tears. That's been fucking used over and over again to portray sadness. I really hope those motherfuckers over at Netflix don't think we're gonna accept some fucking bullshit ass background music as that fucking song. No, we need to see Iroh sing that shit. We need to see Iroh
honestly
cry.
They didn't pay Iroh respect.
They did not.
This motherfucker is the dragon of the motherfucking West.
We need retribution, bitch.
I remember seeing some dragon shit.
We will not accept it.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
but
definitely don't want to accept it.
Anyways.
But that's our take.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
way
like
better than M. Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for season 2, hopefully.
Crossing my fingers. I already thumbs up. As far as my concern, it's way better than the One Piece anime or live action. He doesn't know what One Piece is. So.
It was way better than Yu Yu Hakusho.
Leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds.
Netflix,
fuck
learn.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Learn.
So
yeah.
But yeah, that's what was cracking in anime and apparently TV this week.
I guess that's what's cracking in this podcast too, because Mindy ain't here.
Because Mindy ain't here. Thank you guys for joining us. All right. I hope you guys didn't miss Mindy too much. All right.
Let's do one more on the way out since it's your birthday.
Shit.
Huh?
Wait, I need the Hulk.
Where's your Hulk at?
Yeah.
Captain Puerto Rico over here. Come on, man.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. I really hope you didn't miss Mindy too much. She will be back next week. Hopefully. Crossing my fingers.
We might be recapping the Avatar next week.
Yeah. We definitely have to
Mindy's takes.
Mindy's takes. Yeah. And book talk. The book segment will be back next week with Rage Dragons. Up to chapter 8.
Okay.
Up to chapter 8.
Already there. So.
Yeah. Shame on you. He done read to chapter 6 already.
I've been read to chapter 16, so I done read to the whole book. My bad. I wasn't supposed to tell you that. I'd already finished the whole book. Cheers, y'all. Happy birthday, Newman.
And we'll see you guys next week.
See y'all in Cancun. Oh, my bad. That's it.
Come on. Bye.